Good morning. It's a more reasonable hour now. Oh, look at this. Good morning, everyone. We had a nice 4 a.m. wake up as per usual for the animals, and now we're gonna make breakfast, and everyone's a little upset right now because we are dog sitting Artie. But that's okay because he is cute.
He is a good boy. The cats are just not very accommodating to guests, but he's a very good boy. Alright, so this is the everyday breakfast. We have 2 pieces of plain white toast with PV Fit powder and lower sugar maple and brown sugar oatmeal.
And I've got about 8 ounces of protein. I've got about 8 ounces of yogurt and a half a scoop of protein powder. And then I'll have a piece of toast and a half of avocado with everything bagel seasoning on it. And that's pretty much all for the breakfast. So now we're going to sit down and eat it, and we'll check back in with y'all a little bit later. We eat! And now we make the coffee. I already started coffee, but Kaley has to have her coffee microwaved right after it comes out of the Keurig. So we microwave it for almost a minute, so it's extra steaming hot and full of cancerous microwave chemicals.
Because when you add the creamer, which is cold, it cools it off, and then it's not as hot. I like it just below burning the tongue. That's how I prefer it.
She has no taste buds left, so that's why we do this. So now I'm going to do a little bit of walking on the treadmill right now while Kaley's getting ready, since she takes a little bit more time than me to get ready. P.S. If you want a sick burn, if you have access to a treadmill, and just incline walk for like 20 minutes. You don't have to do it on a high speed. You could do it at 3 miles an hour, but at like incline of 10 or higher, and you will get an insane burn. Okay, so we finally finished getting ready. It took me about half the time. I mean, I even walked for 40 minutes, and then we ended up getting ready at the same time. But you took care of all the other stuff, letting the dog out. We'll probably go, I have an energy drink obsession, so I'll probably go get an energy drink, and she likes to get like some 0-calorie drink of the day.
Yeah.
And we'll go grab something. We're hanging out at some friend's house later for a barbecue, and we'll take you along with everything that we can. Anyway, talk to y'all soon. So it's been a little bit of chaos since we were at the store. I have a project going on for my job, and they had a hiccup, so sorry we weren't able to film everything. We prepping some of the food. I've been on the phone a lot, but we're making healthy anabolic French toast. So basically all it is the batter is egg whites, protein powder, and vanilla. But yeah, so that's what we're doing for lunch. It's something good. It's filling.
The finished product is this delicious stack. Makes me feel like a kid again. How many calories is in this meal?
It's like 480. It's like about 500.
And how much protein?
Like 50 grams of protein.
That's insane.
I mean, it's pretty good with the Fruity Pebbles, I have to say.
Yeah, I like it.
Snickerdoodle's so much better. So I'm curious what y'all's plans for the summer are. Kaley and I had a concert we were going to. We're going to see Green Day, Weezer, and Fall Out Boy at the Minute Maid Park in Houston. It's really cool. I've never been to a baseball park for a concert, and I hear that's really neat to go to like a football stadium or a baseball stadium for a concert. We've never experienced that.
We went to the football stadium for Taylor Swift.
Oh, it's like an indoor stadium. I mean, like an outdoor type of, even though they'll probably have it closed. I mean, like an outdoor type of stadium. Sorry, I should have specified that. We did see Taylor Swift at the NRG Stadium in Houston several years back, and she was
That was the best
awesome.
concert,
Best concert
I've ever
ever.
been to.
This should be a good one too. I've seen Fall Out Boy before, and they're really good, but Weezer and Green Day have both been on my bucket list. Green Day especially for a long time, so I'm really excited. It got canceled obviously due to the pandemic, so I'm pretty pumped that we'll get to see him now. And then we're planning probably a trip to Florida later on this summer to go and do some cool stuff and just to get away for a while.
Mm-hmm.
What else are you looking forward to?
This summer?
Yeah.
My goal for this summer is to work on relaxing and just trying to enjoy the time that we have together. And when we do go on a trip or something, to make sure to try to take pictures and like document it and just enjoy ourselves without going too much overboard, obviously, with like money and eating bad and stuff, but just to enjoy it and indulge a little bit.
Yeah.
And just have a good time.
Yeah, I think it'll be really good to get out and do stuff. I know a lot of people have been cooped up for a while. So yeah. So if you're vaccinated and good to go, then yeah, go out and do stuff.
Oh, also this summer I'm looking forward to Big Brother. I mean, my favorite show ever will be coming on in July. So that'll be fun. And because it comes on 3 days a week, by the time you miss it, there's a new episode coming on. No one said she was graceful.
Kaley's been dealing with some anxiety lately. We made a big move from Houston to Lake Charles to be closer to friends and family. Kaley's been going to school and was like going to school and juggling a job, and that was like way too much right now to deal with. So now she's just focusing on school and kind of part-time.
Characteristically, I've always been the kind of person that jumps into something really quick and I'm super excited about it. And once I've committed to it, then I kind of step back and realize, what did I just sign up for? And that's kind of what happened with the gay thing as well. I was all excited about it and looking forward to it, but I was only seeing the good parts about it, the fun stuff, the exciting stuff. I wasn't thinking about the parts that were difficult, like telling all my friends and coworkers and like situations coming up just in the general public where I have to explain that I'm gay, and I wasn't ready to do that with everybody yet.
I remember there was one time early on, her and I went to this grocery store just like we did today, and we're just existing. No touching. You know, it could have easily been friends or sisters. We get that a lot. She had a complete panic attack afterwards, scared that someone was gonna know somehow we were together and she was gonna get judged, and I didn't really appreciate what you were doing as much in the beginning as I did later.
It's just like kind of like an identity crisis. Like, wait, this isn't who I am, but you're like, maybe it is, but I was unsure at the time, so I couldn't like fully commit to the gay yet. And I think that's what took me a while, was just our relationship. Like, we got closer, I got to know you more, and I realized, like, no, this isn't wrong. Being with some guy just because I'm supposed to is wrong. But, you know, it just takes time, and I never thought I would get there, but I have.
You did.
So, and if I can do it, anyone can do it, because I'm the quickest person to give up and run away when something is hard or when I feel overwhelmed. But I'm glad I stuck with this, and it's been one of the best decisions I've ever made.
Same, babe. Never really chased anyone as much as I chased you.
Well, she had to chase me and run fast because I'm not typically a fast runner, but when I was running from being gay, I was Speedy Gonzalez.
And I'm the opposite. It takes a long time for me to really trust someone. Once I do, I do. Like, once I trust someone, I trust someone. It's just a lot for me to trust.
Yeah, so once you commit, you are 100% to the death committed, unless you have a reason not to be anymore.
Like cheating or something like that.
But for me, I'm like, of course I trust you. And then I'm like, wait, no I don't. Do I? I don't know. And I question everything about it. So I think that's just my mind, and like I overthink, I overanalyze. I think about like the worst possible situation that could happen and assume that that's what will happen, even though there are way better alternatives that will probably happen.
You're doing a good job, babe. Something to take away is, even though our relationship is great, we have great communication now, we dealt with a lot of the harder stuff really in the beginning. So we've really figured out a good way to communicate.
We kind of front-loaded our arguments in the first couple of years, and now we mostly just get our feelings hurt because you hurt my feelings, or I said something that offended you and I had no idea. So that's pretty much all it is now, and we usually resolve it pretty quickly.
Some of the fighting that we did in the beginning, the highs were really high and the lows were really low. But now, this point that we're at where I feel like so comfortable, but in a good way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not like bored, just content and safe, I guess, is the best word.
Just because you feel safe in a relationship doesn't mean you shouldn't stop dating your partner or like courting your partner and so take you out.
No, not really.
I took her to a fancy restaurant in town 2 weekends in a row.
Yeah.
2 weekends in a row.
I'm stoofed.
You stoofed?
I haven't figured out the game of life yet. What I try to tell myself is that we're all gonna die. If you have a very embarrassing thing happen to you, or something you're dreading, the reaction of someone or whatever, just remember that we're all gonna die anyway, and it's probably not that big a deal.
I mean, it's kind of a dark way of thinking about it, but if you put that into perspective, just live your life for yourself.
Like when, you're invited to something, don't say yes and go just because you feel like you should. Like if you really just genuinely don't want to, then you don't have to. You should go and do things that make you happy.
If you're so worried in your friend group that they're not going to like you because you say no to something, it's probably not a good friend group.
Oh, look at that cute little woman. Oh!
Hey guys, sorry we forgot to close the video yesterday. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This was our first vlog.
Let us know if y'all liked it, or if you'd rather us just sit down and talk, whatever you prefer.
I'm going to have a coming out video here soon to celebrate Pride Month. If you haven't checked out Kaley's already, go ahead and check it out. It's really lighthearted, and we're going to have a follow-up with that too, on some of the aftermath of her coming out, just to dive into it a little bit more. I hope y'all are having a great day out there and staying safe wherever you are, and we'll catch y'all next time.